The Nigerian discipline part 10. In this in this part, I'm talking mainly to parents. So if you're a parent, please lend me your ears. Now, I want to talk about a very sensitive um, thing, which a lot of us have not yet taken into consideration because maybe we're not well informed in that direction. I see a lot of schools, primary schools, nursery school, secondary school, they will put in their signboard, come and learn AI, come and learn artificial intelligence, coding, and all that. If you're a parent, please, I beg you, my knees are on the ground. Don't ever send your child to go and learn any nonsense AI and coding. You see, what you need to take into consideration is that anything IT related is not is not something you go and say, let me acquire the skill because tomorrow it will be better for me. Mm-mm. It's not done in IT. And sending a child to go and learn artificial intelligence is like try okay now. If you go to your village now, definitely you see some farmers or fishermen, and maybe probably these guys are now in their late 70s or 80s and they can no longer go to the farm or go to the river to fish. Now imagine you going to that man and telling him you want to teach him how to repair rockets or how to build a rocket so that he can fly to Jupiter or go to another galaxy. Does it make sense? If you're a rich man, maybe he will listen to you because at the end of the teaching, you go give him something. May who. Now, IT is something that if you are not interested in IT, you will never excel in IT. IT is not something you just dabble into and say because you want to acquire a skill. If you want to give your child some skills, well, that's a very good one. But you could look at some other soft skills like tailoring, fashion design, carpentry, stuff like that, or some other skills that the child that can make the child handy, you know. But not AI, not programming. I don't know. Have you ever? Okay, let me teach you guys something. When next you go to a browser, not on your phone, maybe with a desktop or a laptop, when you open any web page, right click on your mouse, then click inspect page or go to page source. You see it out of the menu that comes out there, so you see what it's like. Now, programming is something that is highly complex because it requires your brain power to be functioning at, when you're driving your car now, and maybe you're on the highway, you can fire that car 160, some people go to 180, people like me, I'll do 200. Now, when you're on the highway, you fire 180, 160, or 120 if you're a safety conscious person. Now, but when you're inside town, maybe you're driving at 60, 80, 40 and all that, you're in the street, you're driving 20, 40. Now, the normal person, the amount of brain power you need to run your life in terms of go to school, come back from school, eat food, stay home, read your book, watch television, most probably cartoon, and relax, wait for tomorrow morning, food will come, snacks will come, you carry to school. Let's assume that brain power is operating at that 2040 when you're driving inside the streets. Sending a child to go and do AI, artificial intelligence, or coding is like firing their brain to 200 when a child has not even understood why he's going to school. It's the same thing with the old farmer you're trying to teach rocket science. But if a child says to you as a parent, I want to be a computer person, I want to do maybe computer engineering, computer science, computer this, computer that, or he says, I want to be writing programs, I want to design apps, you can say, okay, fine. Now it becomes a vocation, it becomes something the child does every day or every weekend because the child is building a career in IT. Not like a child that wants to become maybe an engineer, a mechanical engineer, or a child that wants to be a doctor. You're now saying go and do coding. You're just heaping stress, load on that child because that child is not going anywhere. And there's something about IT which you don't find in other fields of endeavor. Like some people, especially in this part of the world, will believe in grace. And some people define grace as unmerited favor. As much as I don't see grace as an unmerited favor, in IT, there is nothing like unmerited favor grace. It doesn't work. IT is if you know it, you solve it. Because IT is problem oriented. Every day you meet new problem. You can solve a problem yesterday and today you are meeting a problem that will tear you apart. So if you don't have that problem solving capacity, you are waiting for grace. That means IT is not for you. So a child that has not even understood why he's going to school, is he the one that will now solve problem? Which problem can he solve? What can he design with artificial intelligence? Does he want to write an operating system, or does he want to design the security system in the house? Now, okay, let me give you this story. I'm into IT a little bit. I'll say a little bit because I'm just a blogger. Though when you know programming, your blogging becomes super. I'm learning programming, but because I don't have all the time, I do the little I can. But I wouldn't even call myself a programmer because I've not done one single thing. Though I have videos, I have over 200 videos that I'm yet to watch. A few times I've wanted to go pay and learn, but I say if I pay this money, I know I won't be there because there's no time. Now, I've been blogging I started using WordPress blog. WordPress is like your operating system on your phone, your iOS, your Android. Now, in the past, people used to build websites by coding the sites. That was far back like 2015, 2016 and all that. When for you to build a site, you can be spending as much as 2-3 million. 1.5 million is the minimum you can use to build this website because they have to sit down and code it. And depending on the nature of your site can take 10 hours work every day for the next 2 or 3 months, or even more, depending on what it is. Now, but WordPress came. Some guys designed WordPress and said, well, let's make things easier for people. You don't have all the time to code. Just go and install WordPress and do your thing. Now, the difference between WordPress and coding a site is like, let's assume you bought your phone now, your Android phone, and it is you now that has to write the operating system, the Android operating system. After writing the operating system, you will now code all the apps you're using. So that means your music app, your Facebook app, all those apps, you will code it by yourself. Can you do that? Now, I started using WordPress, and I've used WordPress for I think 2017 or 18. I started using WordPress. In those early days, I was solving a lot of problems because I learned through the hard knock way. I didn't know it. I had to learn it. I had to do it because the guy I was supposed to learn that was supposed to teach me PHP coding. It's a coding language, PHP. The guy was, dribbling like this. This is our Nigerian mentality. Somebody pays you to teach him a skill and you'll be dribbling. Every day you teach him one, telling him one thing, do this one. He will do it. Tomorrow you say do this one. Tomorrow you say do this one. Tomorrow you say, my friend, teach me something else. Let me be practicing this one at home. He said he was going to teach me PHP, but at the end of the day, he ended up teaching me Dreamweaver. Not even WordPress. Dreamweaver is like trying to use Beetle to tow a trailer truck. Because WordPress was already there, but I didn't know how to use WordPress. So he didn't teach me WordPress. He taught me Dreamweaver. But I went home and using my Dreamweaver knowledge, I learned WordPress on my own. There was a guy I knew then who was using Blogger. I think he was using, is it Blogspot? One of this Google is blog. I've forgotten. But he was using that thing is like WordPress. So I think I later met one other guy who was using WordPress then, but he was using free WordPress. I told him, I said, I wanted to pay you. Come and teach me this WordPress. But he did like that and he went away. But he's my friend. Not really a friend. We used to meet in a cyber cafe when I used to go walk in a cafe. Because not now that everybody has internet, you can do anything you want on your phone or on your laptop. So I had to learn WordPress, and I learned it the hard way. It wasn't easy on me, but I learned it because I was determined. Now I was having problems upon problems, problems upon problems, and I solved them. Now, but in IT, there's what we call learning curve. There are some programming languages that they will tell you the learning curve of this programming language is very high. So if you're not a type of person that learns easily or that makes learning a vocation, that likes to learn, you will not be able to do well in that programming language. So you better leave it and go for easy programming languages. But the truth about it is that those complex programming languages that you have to learn a lot and be smart enough, intellectually sound for you to use them, those ones do more complex work that these other simpler ones cannot really do. So I've done this thing for a long while. I've used WordPress 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, at the point I slowed down because there was a point I nearly abandoned my site because I had some issue. I was like, let the site just be carrying on. Any day I go there, I'll do repairs. I did this for like 6 months. Do you know, one day I went back to my site, WordPress, and everything was like new to me. Yeah? What's going on? Google now became my best friend. So to do even the simpler thing, the simplest thing, I had to consult Google. That's because I was away for a while. So IT is not something you take a child to and say, okay, let him acquire the skill so that when he's old, when he's an adult, he will come out. No. I'll tell you something about programming. When you're programming something, there's a space that is allowed for you to write a narration of what you are doing. Because the truth is, you can program a website or an app. You leave that site, and in the next 1 year, you come back to that app. Everything will seem like rocket science to you. You don't even know A from B. That's why they leave those narration. So you are narrating, you're telling, so that just in case you're not the person that is going to rework on that app or the website or the whatever, when the person reads your notes, he will understand what is going on. Because there are some programming languages that you can invent a method of doing something. It's like inventing new words. So even if you invent a new method and you're not practicing that method, after a while you come back there, it seems strange to you. So the point is, IT is not something you send a child to. That's number one. Number two, most of the IT firms we have are quacks. They know nothing. I repeat, they are quacks. They know nothing about IT. They know nothing about programming or artificial intelligence. If they know anything about artificial intelligence, show me what you have done. Show working. Because IT is show working. IT is no story. Show me what somebody has done from that school, that teacher that is teaching them that IT. Show me what he has done. Show me the app he has designed. Show me the system he has designed. Show me something. Let me know that this guy knows what he's doing. Or is it you call people who don't know anything and you waste their time and you collect money and you say you are a teacher? No. It's like a forex trader that makes more money by training people to be forex traders than actually making money in the forex market. So if they say they are teachers, they can teach. Let them go and teach people who understand what is IT. And don't waste the time of those kids. So you as a parent, I don't know if the schools enforce it on you people. Because I understand, due to the fact that we don't regulate any sector in our lives, everybody behaves anyhow. I remember during the COVID, a lot of schools were looking for a way to collect school fees from parents. And so let's say online. Which online? Nigeria nobody to learn online. How many students are participating in it? Even today, this is July 2025. How many students, even undergraduate, how many of them can sit down in their house and concentrate on online studies? We're not right for that. But they forced it on them just to collect school fees. So at the end of the day, these schools may be enforcing it on you and making all the children, maybe once, 2 or 3 start going. The other ones feel that if I no go IAIT, that means, if I no go AI or coding, that means I don't know, I don't belong. It is your responsibility to talk to that child and let him understand that that AI will do him no good. That programming language will do him no good. Moreover, there are certain programming languages that it's best you don't start them as your first language. But I see a lot of times, I see some schools even they will write Java on their signboard. Come and learn Java. You want to teach Java to a child that is less than 10. How will he understand what is going on? Java that is even difficult for adults, married people, Java is difficult for them. That's why Python, most people tell you go and learn Python. Go and learn Python. They tell you Python can do everything Java does. It's a lie. So programming language is something for an adult. Allow your child, give him soft skill, give him whatever he wants. Let him go and learn other things, but not programming. Not programming. And let me tell you something, programming is time consuming. If you want that child to practice, that means you have lost that child. What I mean by you have lost that child is you have lost the child. If you want your child to practice programming and be a good programmer, you have lost him. Now, I'll give you a short story. I know I believe you must have heard people call somebody a jerk. This guy is a jerk. He knows nothing. It's a common word today. But how did the word come to be? In those days when we didn't have things like WordPress or already installed websites that you can just mobilize on your domain and start building, everything online had to be coded. So coders spent an awful amount of time. When I say awful amount of time, I'm not talking of spending 15 hours a day coding. Some coders sit down and for 3 days they are coding. They don't even eat. They don't have time to even drink water is a problem. So when these people spend this awful amount of time in front of a computer, when they come out to the world, nothing interesting. You cannot discuss politics with them. You cannot discuss life with them. You cannot discuss what is trending with them. You can't discuss anything. Because they are not in your world. All they are thinking is, how do I solve that problem? So you see them, when you even see them walking on the road, you know that something is wrong with this guy. Because he's different. And there is no intention of mingling with you. It's like when you have an intellectual as a friend and you're not intellectually sound, he'll be boring to you. Because one, he may not be into light talk. He may not be somebody that does silly talks. He's a serious person. So the IT guy is a serious person. He's doing his job. So when he comes out and he's just behaving his way, maybe he wants to get what he wants and goes his way. So people started calling them jerks because this guy is a jerk. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't even want to know. So when you're training your child to become an IT person, that's where you're taking him to. Now, I'm an IT person, okay? I'm 44. If I tell you that IT is one of the reasons why I'm not even yet married, it may sound like a joke to you. But the truth is that if you are deep into IT, you won't have time for anything. You will not. Because IT will consume your whole time. I want you to just know this so that your child that you're sending to go and learn coding as a skill, you are building him into something you may not like. I'm an absent brother. I'm an absent friend. I'm an absent son. Not just that I'm an absent in the past. I know in the future I will be more absent. I don't even have a girlfriend. Right now I walk throughout the week. During the week I do my massage. I move around. Most times during the weekend, from Friday evening to Sunday, I'm in the office. Today is Saturday, I'm in the office. Last night I slept in the office. Today I'll sleep in the office. I'm here throughout today. I'll sleep here. If not for work 6 days a week and rest on the 7th day, I would have been working on Sunday. So, where's the time? Even if I have a woman now, she will know that she can only visit me on Sundays. I keep telling any friend I have, the moment you start coming close to me, I'll let you know that you can only visit me on Sundays. During the week, don't disturb my life. Because I have a lot of workload to do. I have over 6 websites. Both the ones I build for my clients and the ones I'm my own. I have a lot of articles to write. Look, my head is full. So I don't have time. So is that what you want to turn your child into? By teaching him coding? Because if you're teaching him coding at this age, it is in preparation that later in life, you will get deep into coding. So my dear fellow Nigerians, please, I want to beg you, if you're a parent, until your child tells you, daddy, mommy, uncle, auntie, I want to be an IT person. But even if a child tells you he wants to be an IT person, maybe he's in primary school, he's in nursery school, the best I think you should do for him is get him a computer. Let him learn how to sit in front of a computer. Because he may be saying he doesn't understand the implication of being an IT person. He doesn't know that he may get to a point in his life where he will spend 36 hours in front of a computer. I've done it before. I've done 48 hours. I've done from Friday night to Sunday morning. In front, I was working on my blog. This one is not even deep IT, it's just a blog. Come to talk of when you're designing a project, or you want to design an app, you want to code an app. That one is that he will lock himself in the room. Because if I have the opportunity, I'll just lock myself for like 2-3 months. Nobody will see me, I'll do my thing. But I can't abandon my patients because I want to go and do coding. So understand what is going on. These schools are just making money through you. They are just deceiving you because they know you don't know much. And maybe we believe that certifications is good because in Nigeria we like to pass certification. I am this, I am that. So let him go and learn coding. You are putting that child in a mess. You're messing with his brain. Because when he get a problem, when he go get, first is that he will fail academically. That's another thing about IT. If your child picks an interest in that IT and wants to develop it, the first thing that will happen is academically he will drop to 0 because he will lose all practical interest in his academic works. He will only focus on that IT. And you know one other dirty truth, you will not be able to prevent him from that IT the moment he picks interest. Because IT is very addictive. It's very addictive. Working in front of the computer, solving problems. If he's a problem solver. Of course, if he's not a problem solver or if she's not a problem solver, there is no need going near IT. Just go and do something else where you can be, you can copy and paste, but not IT. Because IT is, you have to be sound upstairs. You have to know what you are doing so that you can build a better future for your life. For your child. Now, this is very important because we are at a stage where in a very short while, Nigeria will bloom. That is, will bloom because we are experiencing a gradual awakening. An awakening that the internet has produced because a lot of people have become so aware about so many things. So people are blossoming. So in a very short while, Nigeria will not be this backward nation that we know of today. And for us to achieve this, we have to be intellectually sound in what we're doing. And we have to pursue the right goals because it is through career success that Nigeria can become a better nation. So don't waste your child's time with IT when he can do something else and become exceedingly fine in it. Okay? Be a good parent. Don't allow any school force you. Now your money. Now your money. That's good.